My name is Christopher Kelley. I'm 47 years old. I grew up here in Akron, Ohio. Had a rough life, kind of, I guess you could say. I grew up with 2 alcohol parents. I started doing drugs when I got into a car accident. I went to the ER. They rushed us to the ER, and first time I had opiates was then. They sent me home from the hospital with 50 Percocets. And that was my first ordeal with opiates.
So Chris and his life choices and his long-term drug abuse have done irreversible damage to his heart, which led his physicians to giving him a hospice referral, which has brought him to Grace House to receive comfort measures for the end of his life.
As time went on, 2008, I had back surgery. My habit was still going strong. And then I had a friend that he caught me sick one day on the porch. He goes, "You dope sick?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, come on over and I'll get you well." So I walk over there, and he's got a needle and a spoon and some tar on the spoon. And I'm like, "Well, I don't really want to mess with no needles or nothing." He goes, "Well, then you have to be sick because this is all I got." So knowing me, I said, "No, I don't want to be sick." So he hit me with it, and I fell in love with it. So that's when I started doing heroin.
Grace House Akron is grounded in the knowledge that there are too many individuals in our community with nowhere to go and no one to care for them at the end of life. We believe that everyone deserves to die in the presence of care with dignity, and that no one should die alone.
So Chris has a prognosis of 6 months or less if his disease runs its anticipated course. And if he was not a resident of Grace House, he would otherwise be on the streets.
I feel the impact the Grace House has on the residents is that getting to know some of their stories, many of them really haven't had a lot of luck in their life. I feel like I've been a very lucky person in my life. I had a large, loving family and stuff, and some of these people really weren't blessed that way. And they've had hard lives and stuff. And this house gives them the dignity and respect that everyone deserves.
Grace House is important to our community because it fills a need that nobody else is filling. It's providing compassion, it's providing comfort, and it's providing a safe environment for some people who have never had that in their lifetime, and now they're facing the end of life. And to be able to have a place that I'm going to say they can call home, even if it's for a short period of time, I think it's an amazing thing.
Before I come to Grace House, my life was confusion. I didn't know where I was going to go or be or any of that. So until I got here, and then, it took me about a day and a half after I was here, and I loved it here. So, I mean, the girls are on it. All the staff, they're loving, they're caring. I love it here. I wouldn't ask to be anywhere else.
I got involved in Grace House, and that same reason that I got involved is why I continue to contribute to Grace House, because we all see homeless people on the street, and we all walk by them as though they're invisible. And I've had a lifetime of guilt about how this country doesn't deal with the homeless problem. And I finally feel like I'm doing something for homeless, even if it's at the end of their life. It's something to help.
Yeah, Grace House, they ask me, what kind of stuff you want to do before you leave this earth, or before you leave us, or whatever. And I tell them, and they try to make it happen for me. So everybody's like pitched in and helped to do. I mean, it's like a big family here. The loving family is what I call it. It's like my family now.